So today's topic is acceleration time graph. So first, in case 1 we can see the graph. If the body is a straight line, if the body is stationary or if it is moving with a uniform velocity, the acceleration is 0. The acceleration time graph in such a case is a straight line coinciding with the time axis. So we can see over here, this is the x-axis, that is time axis. OY is a y-axis, is acceleration, and we can see this O here. This line is this is a straight line which is coinciding with the time axis. So this is the acceleration time graph with uniform velocity. In case 2 we can see, if the velocity of the body in motion increases uniformly with time, the acceleration is constant. That means we can get an acceleration like pq. Over here we can see this pq, which is parallel to the time axis. So acceleration is constant. In such a case, the acceleration time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis on the positive side of acceleration axis. The straight line PQ represents the acceleration time graph of a body moving with a constant acceleration, that is OP. Next one is case 3. Case 3, if the velocity of the body decreases. Decreases means what? We will get the negative acceleration. Negative acceleration means retardation. So if the velocity of the body decreases at a constant rate, the retardation is constant. That is, the motion is uniformly retarded. The acceleration time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis, but it will be on the negative side. So here this we are getting, this PQ we are getting acceleration time graph which is parallel to the time axis but in the negative direction. So here PQ represents the acceleration time graph for a body moving with a constant retardation, that is OP. We have one more case. If the velocity of the body changes in an irregular manner, the acceleration is variable. The acceleration time graph will then be a curve of any shape. Next one, we have motion under gravity. A body falling freely under gravity moves with a uniform acceleration of 9 meter per second square or nearly 10 meter per second square. For a body moving vertically upwards, there is a uniform retardation of 9.8 meter per second square. Thus, motion under gravity is an example of uniformly accelerated or uniformly retarded motion. Next one, we have equations of motions. Equations of motions for motion of a body moving with a uniform acceleration. The following three equations gives the relationship between initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a, time of journey t, and distance traveled x. And the equations are as follows. First one, v equals to u plus at. Second one, s equals to half u plus v into t, or we can write ut plus half at square, and third one equals to v square equals to u square plus 2as. So we will derive all these equations in graphical method from velocity time graph. So let us consider the linear motion of a body with an initial velocity u. The body accelerates uniformly and in time t it acquires the final velocity v. The velocity time graph is a straight line AB as shown. So we can see over here, this is the initial velocity u, final velocity v, and the velocity time graph that we will get, which is AB. Okay, this u is at time 0 and v is at time t. So it is evident from the graph that initial velocity at t equals to 0, OA, this is the initial velocity which is u, and the final velocity at time t, it is OC, that is the final velocity v. So we know acceleration equals to slope of the line AB. So A will be EB by AE. So acceleration will be EB by AE. This is the slope, EB by AE. So EB we can write AC because these two lines are parallel. So EB equals to AC, and AE we can write OD because these lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. So in place of EB we can write OC, and in place of AE we can write OD. So what is AC? What is AC? AC equals to OC minus OA. OC minus OA. OC is V, and OA is U, so V minus U. And what is OD? OD is T, so we can write A equals to V minus U by T. So by cross multiplication, we will get AT equals to V minus U, or V equals to U plus AT. So we have got the first formula, V equals to U plus AT, that is final velocity equals to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. Now for the second one, the distance A is traveled in time t will be area of the trapezium OABD. This is the OABD. This is a trapezium. This is a trapezium. This full area. So this full area means the area of OAED rectangle plus the area of this ABE triangle. So this rectangle and this triangle will be the full trapezium. Okay. So area of the rectangle equals to OA into OD, length into breadth, and area of the triangle half into base into height, BE into AE. So OA equals to U and OD equals to T, U into T plus half, BE equals to V minus U into T, AE equals to T. So but we know this V minus U equals to AT. So in place of this V minus U, we can write AT. So we will get AC equals to UT plus half AT square. Okay. So this is the second formula, AC equals to UT plus half AT square. Now third one, the distance A is traveled in time T. This will be the area of the trapezium OABD. OABD. This is the full area. Okay. Now A is equals to half of OA plus DB into OD. This is the formula, area of trapezium, half into summation of two opposite sides into height. So half into OAU DBV into OD equals to T. So T, again we know this T is coming V minus U by A. So we will put the value of T, A is equals to half U plus V into V minus U by A. So half V square minus A square by A. So we will get the formula V square equals to U square plus 2AS. Okay. And in next day in online class or in the video, I will explain, or we will do the numericals based on these formulas.